If you're into fitness, you might have heard the phrase that abs are made in the kitchen, and it's absolutely true. No matter how long or how hard you're working out in the gym, if you don't have your nutrition in check, you're just setting yourself up for failure. The most common way to do that is by consuming these 5 foods that severely hinder your progress towards your fitness goals. And I'm not talking about specific dishes like pizza or fries. I'm talking about some innocent looking core ingredients that go in these dishes in absurd amounts, making them unhealthy. If you're trying to find the root cause of your bad nutrition, stay tuned. What's up people, I'm Adwait and welcome back. Here on this channel we talk all about fitness and fashion for men without all the BS, so if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Today I'm listing out foods that destroy your ambitions and your efforts towards getting lean. The first one in my opinion is an absolute no-brainer, and that is added sugar. If there's one food on this list that does the majority of damage to your nutrition and overall health, that would be sugar. Consuming high amounts of sugar not only keeps you bloated and overweight, but can lead to some serious health problems like diabetes and heart conditions. So if you want to improve your health and start losing body fat fast, you need to avoid all kinds of added sugar. I'll emphasize on the word added. The reason being that your body does require some form of natural sugars to function properly. This can be in form of glucose or fructose, which come from natural sources like fruits, honey, leafy greens, lentils, and some beans, and it's totally okay to consume these foods. What's really bad is table sugar, which is basically sucrose, which is a compound of glucose and some fructose subunits. This is something you should absolutely minimize if not totally avoid. That means no sodas, no energy drinks, no sugary beverages, say goodbye to your beloved Starbucks Java chip frappuccino, no baked sweets, no candies or highly processed chocolates. I get it, if you're already following a good nutrition, you sometimes get these intense cravings for sugar, especially if you've been away from it for a while. In such cases, try eating some fruits or dark chocolate to help satisfy those cravings. Next up is sugar's partner in crime, and that is excess salt. I understand we all love the salty, oily flavor of McDonald's fries, but once you learn about the health problems that excess salt can cause, it won't sound as exciting anymore. If you're eating salty foods every day, you need to cut down unless you want to take chances with chronic health problems like high blood pressure, kidney failure, heart failure, and stomach cancer. But on the less scary side of things, what salt does is makes your kidneys retain water, which leads to swelling of your arms and feet. And that's exactly why you feel bloated. This is an unnecessary weight that you're putting on your body. So keep your salt intake within the healthy range, which is 1.5 grams to 2.3 grams per day. Number 3 is the ultimate Trojan horse. I'm talking about processed meats. Now these can be very deceiving. On the surface, it looks like you're consuming a lot of protein, but what people often overlook is the other crap that makes the processed meat itself questionable. Your best bet, in my opinion, is to just avoid these. The aforementioned crap includes absurd amounts of salt, which is used to preserve the meat, which as I mentioned earlier causes you to put on excess weight. But my main concern is the curing process used for these meats, which includes carcinogenic compounds like sodium nitrite, and is generally used to preserve the redness of the meat and avoid rancidification. It also contains polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, or PAH for short, which is another carcinogen and is formed by burning of wood or charcoal used in the smoking process. Now chemistry was never really my forte in school, but what my logical engineering brain perceives from this is that it's a good call to stay away from processed meats altogether. Number 4 is bread. If you want to see significant progress in your fat loss journey, you need to cut out bread from your meals, especially if it's white bread. While it's an okayish source of fiber, white bread is high in carbs and has a high caloric value. It also contains a lot of sugar, which as I mentioned earlier leads to all kinds of health problems. If you want to lose body fat, you have to be in a caloric deficit. That's the only way you can do it. And the best way to achieve that is by staying low on carbohydrates. Now it's not healthy or sustainable to cut out carbs completely from your meals. You can find ways to do that by replacing simple high carb sources with more complex low carb options. This can include sweet potatoes, brown rice, oats, quinoa, vegetables, and certain lentils. All these foods are excellent sources of fiber and keep you satiated for much longer as they digest slower in your body compared to simple carbs. If you absolutely love bread and want to eat it once a while, go with a whole wheat or multigrain option. And lastly, number 5 is alcohol. I mean, the term beer belly exists for a reason, and everyone knows that alcohol leads to weight gain. Think about the last time you got hammered at a party. I'm sure you were craving for a pizza or a cheeseburger. The thing with alcohol is that it increases your appetite and stops the fat burning process in your body. A small portion of calories consumed from alcohol is stored as fat around your belly, and your liver, when it sees alcohol, prioritizes on breaking it down first instead of the fat you've already consumed through your meal. If If you see the nutritional value for any alcoholic drink, you'll find that they actually contain little to no nutrients that are actually beneficial for you. That's why we call alcohol empty calories, as you consume 7 calories per gram compared to carbs and protein, which typically have 4 calories per gram. Furthermore, if you're drinking cocktails, they're usually more loaded with calories than your typical wine or beer. This is because they have liqueur, fruit juices, and a shit ton of sugar to enhance the taste. Here's a number for reference. One serving of pina colada has about 500 calories. 500 empty calories. Let that sink in. Think about the damage it's doing to your nutrition and your fitness goals. Now, don't get me wrong, it's totally fine to have a drink once in a while when you're out with your friends, but don't make it a habit. Try staying away from alcohol as much as possible. I used to drink quite a lot when I was in school, as I was partying all the time and put on a lot of weight. But now it's almost been 2 years since I significantly cut down my alcohol intake. I now usually have 2 or 3 drinks in a month when I'm hanging out with my friends. And guys, I've seen some life-changing benefits from this. And it's not just in terms of fat loss, but I've realized that my mental health, my confidence, my social skills, and my overall appreciation for life has drastically improved. Regardless of what haters say, I suggest you give it a try yourself by limiting your alcohol intake. And that's all for today, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like the video if you found value in it, and smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. I hope you have a great week ahead. I'll see you guys soon.